let's dig in. Sally, we'll start with you this time about expertise. What does expertise mean in food writing? And how can, writers claim that authority without feeling like they need permission? Like, do we all have to be chefs to write a cookbook? Do we all have to be, have MFAs to write a memoir? Like, what is expertise and how do we figure that out for ourselves?
Great question. I don't know. Um, the expertise side of authority is the balance of knowing what else is out there in that topic and still identifying like this inner knowledge where you have a contribution that maybe swims upstream against what's being written already or adds to it in some way. And I feel like there's um just like an inner body of knowledge that you have that's going to say, well, like I know something that I want to add to this conversation. This hasn't been written about before, or it's being written about in a way that is slightly different than what I have to say. I mean, Julia Skinner, there's a lot of fermenting and preserving books out there. And sometimes it's a matter of what the goal is and what the format is and the structure. Like this book that's for the giveaway, I'm pointing at it as if you can see. Sorry. It's very like reference style, and it's more like the kind of book you'd have in both a working kitchen and a home kitchen, or a really enthusiastic home preserving kitchen. And so that's going to sit alongside some books that are maybe more like quick and easy pickles or something that's more of an introduction. And so I always ask, what is your goal in establishing yourself and as an authority, and what is a book a part of that goal? And if so, what are the um, steps to getting there? And credibility is a part of that, but credibility and authority, I think, could almost just be like constantly in this cycle with one another. Having some sort of third party endorsement of your work in this space is often a big part of it. And that might be being quoted somewhere as an expert while someone's writing about a certain topic. It might be you writing as an expert about a certain topic. Um, Oftentimes, it's just a combination of being discoverable when people are looking for your name and that topic in the same conversation. And if you're coming up in searches over and over and over again, there's a level of authority there that then requires somebody to dig in deeper and make sure it's credible and accurate. But that's really what we're getting towards when we're talking about an established public authority that then is on the path to writing a book.
What are your thoughts about expertise and how writers can claim that, Diane?
Um, well, it is a very important subject because I think a lot of the time, just because of our own inner feelings of insecurity about why am I qualified to do this, that people have to get over. Is that, I mean, that's a big part of it, and holds a lot of people back,
Yeah.
especially women, as I said before. So I'm just thinking about what I add to what Sally said about it, which is very thorough. It definitely means that you have deep knowledge about your chosen topic. And one of the ways to think about your chosen topic is, to me, I think it's much harder for people if their philosophy is, I love food, um, because that is extremely broad. And and as a result of that, it has to be by default very narrow, very, it's going to be broad and thin, right? Because it's going to
Yeah.
go so far
Shallow.
this way on what I love food means that it can only go this deep. But if your topic is narrow, then you can go deep. So my topic is food writing, and it's been my topic for, I don't know, 25 years. So I'm still not bored. I didn't talk about AI before. I didn't talk about newsletters that much before. There's always going to be something to talk about. So it's narrow and it's deep, and I'm still not bored. But
Yeah.
if you're going to go wide, it's almost impossible to be authority on, I love food, because you can't be an authority on everything. Um, And then
Yeah.
you're just by default, it's going to be a shallow authority because there's too many topics. So I know some people have a lot of trouble narrowing themselves down, but I think it would make becoming an expert easier when you can focus on a more narrow topic than I love food. So that's one thing. I think you also, this is from my background as being a journalist, you always have to be able to answer the question, what's in it for them? Because that's what they're asking themselves is what's in it for me? So if you can't figure out what's in it for them, um, then I think that's a problem. Or maybe you don't even think about what's in it for them, which I don't understand as a journalist. I mean, I do so much service writing. Service
Mhm.
writing is all about I'm telling you something that's going to help you, it's going to make your life easier, that's going to give you an aha moment or whatever. And that's mostly what I do. Um,
Well, that
I
goes
wrote
back to the
120.
trusted authority, right? Like you're always in
Yeah.
service to helping someone, which makes you a trusted
Yes.
authority. But not everyone is doing that. Yeah.
No. And I mean, you can speak from a deep well of wisdom also, which is not necessarily the same thing, but it all has to be wrapped up together.
Hmm.
Um, and it's also wrapped up with your voice and the accuracy of what you're saying and the subject of today, which is building trust with your reader.